On Kochie's Business Builders, got an idea for an online business but don't know how to execute it? We're about to show you how. Plus, the muscle man that went into the food business, how he's inspiring people to eat and live well. And the boy from Coonamble that wowed Australia with his delicious desserts. Adriano Zumbo shares his recipe for success. Hello and welcome to Kochie's Business Builders. Do you have a business idea but don't know where to start? Well, we're about to show you how to make your dream a reality. It's exactly the position a mum found herself in a year ago. Becky Searles dreamed of having a one-stop online gardening directory, but it always worked in the corporate world. That's when Becky found Business Jump, a one-stop shop helping mums create their own online businesses. Gone are the days of Becky Searles being cooped up in an office. She's now her own boss after setting up her online business, Family Garden Life, with the help of Natasha Stewart from Business Jump. The online directory has been going a year, so it's time for Nat to check in on Becky to take the business to the next stage.
So, Becky, I'm so proud of you because you came to me with a dream of starting a business, and over the last 12 months or so, so much has happened.
It's been amazing from the start, from the conception of the business idea through to designing, working with your team to design the logos and the graphics and the website and the social media, everything. It's a holistic approach to starting your own business online. I think that it's really important to do something that you love and something that you're passionate about. And that was what we talked about in the beginning, was the fact that I could talk about it, I could write about it. I love gardening, so Family Garden Life was an easy transition for me.
So your social media is going amazing. Fill me in with how you're managing it.
So getting to know your audience is really important, and understanding how they react and how they interact with your content and your posts, and really just scaling that. And that's how I've done so well on Facebook.
So how many followers do you actually have on Facebook?
We're over 20,000 now, so we've got a lot of mums and dads interested in the content.
You've definitely hit an awesome balance between organic growth and paid advertising. So I think for anyone that's starting, they should start off at just the bare minimum, which is $5 a day, and start to get really familiar with how their ads are tracking and how their ads are converting. And then they can scale there once they start to see the results. So I think you can start looking for your next traffic source to continue bringing people to your business. Where do you want to go next?
We're very close to launching an e-course, so mums can get online and do it themselves. It's really simple. I'm a home gardener, so it's in terms that mums can understand. It's a very flexible course, so you don't have to do it all in one go. You can go back, you can refresh. And with our listings, our directory listings, we're looking at creating more value, we're doing more videos, we're just learning more as we go as well.
So Becky, how many hours a week do you think you spend on your business?
I think you've asked me that question once before, Nat, and I think my answer was, I don't know, because I don't put it down, because I love doing it so much. But I think it's really important to keep things into perspective and remember that what I'm after is my work-life balance. So spending time with my kids is definitely scheduled into my work life.
I generally go by harmony as opposed to balance. So as long as everyone is happy in my house. A big realization came to me when I actually suffered P&D with my son, and I learned that less is actually more. So I try to really ensure that I have that harmony and a bit of balance, and if I'm feeling burnt out, I will actually stop and go camping for the weekend. I'll sign off, I'll go on a holiday, or sometimes it's just for an hour. But that work-life balance is really, really important, because usually the time that we take away from our business is what recharges us to come back into our business from a more stronger point of view.
Some wise words there from Nat. You always have to make sure you take time out to recharge the batteries. Still to come, how Becky can grow her business even more. With the end of the financial year fast approaching, are you up to date with how your business can cash in? This year's federal budget offered a series of sweeteners for small business. The biggest cherry, an extension to the small business $20,000 instant write-off until June 30 next year. Businesses with a turnover of $10 million or less will be eligible to deduct assets costing up to $20,000 each. That's a whole lot of new computers. Craft brewers and distillers are also winners. From July next year, a beer tax that slugs them 40% more for using smaller kegs will be axed. That's good news for a lot of Australians. Cheaper craft beer could soon be on the cards.
Hi, I'm Adriano Zumbo from Wilcarn in Australia, and I fully support Kochie's campaign for optimism. There's never been a better time to be in business.
You're watching Kochie's Business Builders. Today we're at the home of Becky Searles, a mum who launched an online gardening business a year ago. She's managed to build a strong community with the help of business coach Natasha Stewart. Let's see what advice Natasha has for Becky and other mums thinking of launching online businesses.
So Nat, I came to you a year ago now. It's just over a year. How do you think I'm tracking?
Honestly, you have just blown me away with how well you have taken everything, absorbed everything, and then turned it into results. You mentioned before that the e-course that I've done has been really instrumental in you creating your e-course and, of course, on top, your business. But what else do you think has been valuable in terms of working together?
Definitely the group. Your group support is massive because you're in a community where you're talking and liaising and on a daily basis with women that are doing exactly the same thing as you in different areas and different categories and different markets. And just being able to work with other mums doing the same thing is just, everyone helps each other out.
It's one of the biggest sources of my fulfillment within my business because I know that when I was starting business, it was really, really lonely and I felt like I had no one to talk to. And I know that when we're in business and we have a tribe of women behind us all supporting each other, it helps us get ahead faster as well. Like you, when I started business, I had no idea either. And it took me a very, very long time to learn that there is actually quite a simple but effective strategy when it comes to business.
So times have changed now, Nat. Like there's not as many bricks and mortars as there used to be. And now we've got these online stores.
Definitely, and that's the beauty of working online is all you need is a laptop or a computer and Wi-Fi, and you can basically create a business that is booming. And I think we're also learning to work a bit smarter as opposed to harder as well, and you can definitely leverage doing that online a lot easier than a bricks and mortar shop.
And why wouldn't you want to do that?
I know.
Nat, what other lessons have you learned along the way that you could share with mums like me?
Oh gosh, where do I start? There's loads. I think the biggest one is that a business doesn't just have to be a business. As you would know, a business can provide so much fulfillment. We can feel that we're living within purpose. And yes, money is really important within a business. However, there's other things that are just as important, like fulfillment and freedom. And when we come from creating a business that is in our everyday life already, that we feel, it doesn't have to be a passion, but even just a general interest, when we're doing it, it never really feels like work. We're doing something that we really love. And it sounds a little bit corny, but it's so true. When we're feeling fulfilled and inspired and knowing that we're creating and helping serve people, that's what carries us through all of those ups and downs within business. And that's really what is the most rewarding and fulfilling thing.
Well, times are certainly changing, aren't they? It doesn't cost much to set up an online business either. You just have to take the right approach from the start and lean on someone like Natasha for advice. All right, now to our Pillars of Success segment, helping you build solid foundations. Business growth advisor Anna Samios is here to talk strategy.
This week's Pillar of Success is all about strategic execution. As the late Stephen Covey noted, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. Entrepreneurs are often swamped by having too many priorities and spinning the wheels too fast, leading to exhaustion and disillusion. Be kind to yourself and your team and choose just one thing at a time to focus on improving. and make sure you see it through to completion. Laser focus on one priority creates momentum and a lighter lift. If you work with a team, ask for feedback when choosing the one thing to improve. By inviting your team to collaborate whilst bringing an open mind, you'll empower everyone to own priorities and drive execution. After that, act on it and be sure to measure your performance. There are two different numbers to measure. The first is a lagging indicator. This is a number that tells a story after the fact. A perfect example of this is your bank balance. The second and more exciting measure is a leading indicator. This helps measure how well an activity that will lead to an outcome is working. Using a simple whiteboard or electronic dashboard that records these indicators helps you continually tweak your systems until they're generating optimum profit. Remember, whilst having a strategy is great, executing it is gold, and decisions equal success.
Still to come, Adriano Zumbo whips up some sweet business advice. And the muscle man who came up with a meal delivery service to keep you lean. His story is next.
Hi, I'm Adriano Zumbo, owner of Zumbo Patisserie, and these are my top 3 tips for success. The first one would be know what your business is, know your direction, and know your goals. Know your best skills, I'd say, like, know what you're good at, really extend on that, work hard on it. I think that sometimes you might try and do everything, and a lot of the time you can find yourself go backwards. Number 2 would be to have great people around you. I think it kind of interacts with number 1, is that when you have a skill set and you're good at that and you can focus on it, then you need great people around you who can fill the other skill sets. Number 3 would be networking. I think getting out of your comfort zone, meeting new people with different skills, experiences, and people who can bring different visions and aspects onto your business, I think is so important. Meet great, successful people, or even people that have failed, because you learn so much from them. They have a wealth of knowledge. That's a really important thing. So they are my top 3 tips to success. Good luck.
Now to a business which has only been around since 2014, but is going great guns. Bondi Meal Prep is a food delivery service set up by a man who knows all about nutrition. Alan Barry has taken out Junior Mr World and Mr Universe titles after transforming his body to look like this. The business, which Alan runs with his partner, caters to the specific nutritional requirements of clients so they can achieve their health goals.
So Bondi Meal Prep is essentially a reflection of us and our healthy lifestyle. And we just want to be able to give that to an everyday Australian.
The story started with me as a former personal trainer. All my clients weren't getting the correct results they needed. My experience in the fitness industry started when I was 12 years old. I was inspired from a cartoon called Dragon Ball Z. I wanted to look like them, so I started working out, going to the gym and trying to get big. From that, derived a few championships around the globe. In 2010, I got second Junior Mr Universe. In 2011, I got Junior Mr World. And from that, I like to help my clients on the same journey that I was achieve quality physique. To develop a quality physique, you need 3 aspects. You need to have the food right, you have the training right, and you need to have the sleeping patterns right as well. So all my clients were doing is everything, but the food was a big one.
I was making all of his food, and then we thought, well, why don't we just give our food to them as well? I'm already cooking, right? So that's what we started doing, and then clients started getting results, and then it kind of just snowballed. Everybody in the gym wanted to be a part of Bondi Meal Prep and eat our food.
Our key customer in our market is basically for the average Joe who's trying to get into shape.
If you're in need for other things, we can do programs, diets, everything, and it all comes straight from Alan himself, who has had over 15 years in the fitness industry.
Our head chef here at Bondi Meal Prep, his name's Cameron. He is Michelin trained. He makes sure the whole team's doing their job correctly. He used to work with Gordon Ramsay back in the UK, and he ensures the job gets done to optimum quality.
We would never compromise on the quality of produce, so we only use the freshest ingredients. All our produce is hormone and preservative-free. We only use biodegradable packaging, down to the plastic bags that we use. So you could literally put your containers, your plastic bag, into the garden and it would start decomposing. It was really important for us to have a seamless ordering system because for any consumer out there, you want it to be as simple as possible. You don't want to muck around when you're online, you want to get there, you want to order, check out, and it's done. At the moment, I do all the marketing.
Yeah.
So we have our Instagram and we just contact a lot of social influencers and get a lot of people on board. We try to get everyday people as well to try our food and post their honest opinion. We don't want to ever pressure anyone into putting anything up that they don't like.
Yeah, we're doing taste testings usually twice a week around different gyms in Sydney. So we're ensuring that all the average customers from all walks of life, from different gyms, are getting a taste of the food and understanding the product.
At the moment, we're delivering in about 1,500 plus meals. Within the next 12 months, we'd like to triple that and just move interstate, so to go all around Australia and give everyone a little bit of Bondi.
I'll tell you what, if that's what you look like after trying their meal plan, sign me up. Coming up, Ask Kochie. You throw me a business question, I'll do my best to answer it.
Now, for budding entrepreneurs to savvy business operators, eBay offers a new feature that can help you quickly turn your unused stock or old equipment into cash. With Quick List, it's possible to list an item for less than 60 seconds. So Quick List taps into eBay's enormous database of historical sales to optimize your listing and uses product details so you don't need to enter them again. By recommending price and delivery costs based off similar products, the feature takes a lot of the guesswork out of selling something while making it a fast and simple process. Quick List can be used on the mobile app as well as a desktop browser, although on mobile it's probably the easiest because you can use the phone's camera to do a lot of the work for you. eBay also suggests the most successful layout style to help you get even more cut through. And what's more, there's the option to boost your listing in search with Promoted Listings Lite. And if you're in a hurry to get your items sold faster, the Best Offer feature can allow a buyer to make an offer right away. And with shipping, you can even print delivery labels straight from eBay or choose other postage providers. And eBay's enhanced customer after-sales service is there to help resolve issues and disputes before they turn into a bad rating.
It's Ask Kochie time. This week, a business owner got in touch asking if it's worth investing in a laptop.
Hi Kochie, my name's Alexandra Eves and I'm a videographer at Pancake Digital. So Pancake Digital specialises in video marketing and video branding, and the tech question that I had for you today was whether or not I should invest in a laptop so that I can bring it with me wherever I go and I can edit on the run. I also do believe that having a laptop will increase my productivity, so I'll be able to create videos faster for my clients and meet the demands. But I wanted to know what your thoughts were and whether or not I should bite the bullet and invest in a laptop. I'd love to know your thoughts. Thank you.
Alexandra, a great question. Laptops can be so convenient, especially because they're so light and powerful these days. As you know, I'm no expert when it comes to tech, so I've called in a bloke who knows everything about it, all the whiz-bang devices on the market. Mike Downey, tech expert guru, I call him, from Intel. Mike, good to see you. What factors do you think Alexandra needs to take into consideration here?
Well, Kochie, based on what I've heard, it sounds like Alexandra's looking for productivity on the go while she's moving around. And the good news is there's loads of thin and light 2-in-1 devices out there on the market from the likes of HP, Dell, Lenovo, and Microsoft. Some of them even turn into tablets for that extra portability that she's looking for when she needs that full desktop experience. She can easily connect a monitor, full keyboard, a mouse when she's at home or in the office.
And Alexandra, I must admit, that's what we do in my family business. Everyone has a laptop and they plug it into that monitor and mouse. So it sounds as though the 2-in-1s, laptops, are the way to go for Alexandra. But when you want it to be like a normal desktop, does it have the power when you connect it into your monitor?
It's a great question, as we always think that desktops are the big workhorses to get stuff done. However, modern laptops and 2-in-1s these days are comparable. They're much more powerful than you might think.
Okay, all right. So a lot of people use laptops as their primary device, don't they?
Yeah, that's true. And performance of modern day laptops, like I said, shouldn't be underestimated. I do everything on my laptop. I run multiple programs, edit large images, and I'm one of those annoying people who has about 50 tabs open at any one time. And laptops have really changed over the last 5 years. In fact, we're seeing double the performance in speed and things like multitasking. And now we're even seeing laptops that have battery lives of 22 hours. It's
22 hours?
22 hours. It's absolutely unheard of. So I think for Alexandra, you know, a laptop will give her the productivity on the go that she's looking for.
Okay, all right, some great advice there, Mike. Thank you so much for that. And Alexandra, I hope that helps as well. A two-in-one device sounds like it could be a great option for you, and then plug it in when you get to the office or your workstation into a monitor or keyboard. And don't forget, if you have a question you'd like answered, be sure to send it in to us, kbb@pinstripemedia.com.au. I'll do my best to answer it or get a guru in. Coming up next week, starting a business when you're over 60, how you can join the Silver Fox Startup Revolution. And don't forget to join our Facebook Live discussion every Monday from 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. See you next week for more Kochie's Business Builders.